What's
fuck.
up?
Why is Ray here?
We're recording.
It'll take him an hour to get connected. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah, what's up?
It's the Misery Loves Football Draft Coverage Podcast. I'm your host, Chad Zumach, and we have three special guests, returning guests, Kevin Brennan, and from the G-Hole Podcast, Ray DeVito, and maybe Bob Bickerstaff. I don't know. But take it away, guys.
Sometimes. I'm also the Bobby Bigger cast.
That's yours?
Yeah. I've been Ray just needs some time away from me, which I understand. A lot of people tell me that.
Ray, are you in Omaha?
Yeah, I'm in Omaha. I'm at.
Are you with Jeff Dye this weekend?
Yeah, I haven't met him yet. I've never.
He's great. You're gonna love him. Tell him I said hi.
Is he still gonna like me?
Yeah, he's like one of the few guys that like me in LA.
Nice. Jesus, they should have. They booked Ray to feature for Jeff Dye. Jesus, they got two guys that don't look alike.
Hey, that's a compliment. He's a handsome dude.
Oh, he insulted you. He said that can you get two guys who don't look alike?
I have a corporate gig too. I'm getting paid probably more for the corporate gig than this weekend. I'm doing it on.
Well,
Zoom.
I would hope you would know.
Yeah, I don't. I just assume I get paid what I normally do at the Funny Bone in Omaha. So I'm sure it'll be cool.
What's the corporate gig?
I don't know. I know I'm doing it. Carmen Lynch is on. It's like 4 comics. We're all doing 25 minutes.
In Omaha?
No, it's over Zoom.
Browns backers.
I've known it's some law firm out in New Jersey.
That sounds.
Yeah, I'm going to guess it's not Browns backers, Ray. Way to just keep going, trying to bring it back to football, and you.
Oh, bring it back to football. Yeah, what's up, man? What's the big take on the football scene? What do you?
I got to be honest
First
with
of
you.
all, Ray, I just got to say, Red Bar doesn't have millions of viewers.
Dude, I don't know who that is. I don't whatever.
Yeah, but you were on some other podcast. You're like, yeah, and then I'm on Red Bar and I'm picking up all these fans like OVO Cool Cat. I know these guys. Red Bar was making fun of you, saying he was actually did his show saying this guy doesn't know what he's talking about, saying Red Bar was watching you talk about him saying I do not have millions of viewers.
Okay. That's fine.
I thought I saw one or two of his videos that had 1 million views. I thought he had 1 or 2 videos like that. But whatever. Great. Way to go, Ray. Now Kevin just walked out.
Kevin walked out.
He walked out of his podcast on Wednesday, and it was just me and Godfrey for the last 45 minutes.
Well, hey, I'm sure that wasn't bad.
I'm excited to be on Kevin's podcast. He's got 2 million viewers. So I'm happy to be here, Kevin. You got 2 million viewers. Thanks for having me.
But no,
Oh yeah.
I don't know where you come up with this stuff. You just look in your magic wand.
I gotta save Ray here. I think I actually told him that, honestly, because I thought he had some videos that had like over 1 million views.
Well, that's nice of Bob.
I thought he did, but I told Ray that. I remember telling him that because
see Ray, like he shits on you, but he also got your back.
Yeah, that's my dude.
I mean, if I know I fucked it up. I mean,
but yeah, that's how rumors get started.
It's all right. I'll never do that show again. So it's whatever.
Why? He's got millions of viewers. Why would you not? You'd have to be crazy to
Ray's
get away from his millions of viewers.
Ray's always like, he's like, yeah, man, I did that Red Bar guys thing. I got 5 new followers on Twitter. And I'm like, okay, Ray.
No,
it's never. I got like 2,000 more followers. He's like, I got 2 yesterday.
No, I got like 30.
He knows
I'm
him
just
by
saying,
name.
I got about 30 followers.
Okay.
He knows him by name. He goes, I got OVO Cool Cat. I got Justin Long. I got this.
Olotu Vashini, whatever his fucking name is.
OVO Cool Cat's been my buddy for a while, man. He retweets me sometimes.
I
know
got
who that
Flat Cat 2.0. I'm doing great.
Is it Lenny Sprinter or Lenny's Printer?
Lenny Sprinter.
I like to call him Leonard
Oh,
Printer.
it's Lenny's
Okay.
Printer.
Lenny Sprinter.
Oh,
I like Lenny
Oh, that's right.
Sprinter better.
There's like a logo of a printer there. I'm done.
It's Lenny Sprinter from now on. I like it. Lenny
No, it's
Sprinter.
Lenny's Printer. He lives in Lenny's house.
So Ray, what did you think of them having the draft in Cleveland?
I was on the road. I did a gig in Kansas City last night because I had a
Nobody
drag show
cares,
here.
Ray. No, but we know you're not in Cleveland. Just answer the question.
Would you have gone if you were there? Would you have tried to go?
No, I wouldn't have given a shit. I'm just happy that it didn't matter for Cleveland Browns for once to draft. Also, I'm a little upset because supposedly we had this cornerback, Greedy Williams, who's never fucking played. That's supposed to be like this great cornerback. And the fact that we drafted a cornerback means that dude's garbage and he's probably never going to play. So it's kind of upsetting that Greedy Williams guy is a piece of shit. But other than that,
Well, Tampa Bay drafted a linebacker, and if there's one of the things that Tampa Bay definitely has, it's fucking linebackers. So
The guy's name
okay.
is Greedy Williams.
yeah, we drafted him like the first pick, like how many years ago, Chad? Like 2 years ago?
Yeah.
And he's never fucking played a game. He's day to day for the last 2 years. He's like, he might come back next week for fucking 2 years in a row. He's a piece of shit.
You're saying he's not greedy for playing time?
No, he's definitely not greedy for playing time. That is very accurate.
I thought you could have done better on that one, Kevin. I was waiting for it.
All right, maybe I'll step it up. I mean,
He's going to step it up to get a million of viewers.
I shouldn't even be on this podcast, considering I just practically won an Oscar, and now I'm on this fucking.
It's your podcast. What do you
Not.
mean?
It's Chad and Ken Moscas.
It was
How
yours.
did you win an Oscar? How did you almost win an Oscar?
I can't go into it. Chad will tell you after the show.
I'm actually at a loss here. I don't know. I'm trying to think.
Did you play the?
People are making documentaries about me, and now I'm on this fucking football podcast. A guy in Omaha, and another guy in South Carolina. Just.
I thought you played the. I thought you
basically
played the
basically hobos. I'm dealing with hobos here.
I thought you played the semi-retarded guy in that Asian movie Minari.
Are we bringing you down, Kevin?
I just looked at I don't even know. Anyway, I looked at my high school Wikipedia page. I'm considered notable alumni.
That's awesome.
Hey, that's Neil. That's fucking Neil they're talking
And
about.
Neil's
It's
not
you.
on there. Neil's not on there.
Did he go to the same high school?
Yeah, he did, Bobby.
Well, then it's a mistake.
Yeah, they meant to say Neil.
I'm right after Will Smith.
Bob, what closet are you in?
No, it's like the hallway.
Oh,
The
okay.
hallways behind me over here. Just my roommate hangs up his bike and his bike helmet.
So what did you think? What do you think of Tampa next year, Bob?
I mean, the fact that everybody who could have gone someplace else re-signed. I mean, all 22 first time in the Super Bowl or since free agency started, that a team has the same exact 22 starters coming back the next year after winning a Super Bowl.
So let me read the notable alumni. First one is Maria Bello. She's a actress. She was in Coyote Ugly and she was on ER. Next is Will Smith. Next is Kevin Brennan, says played Bat Fink to rave reviews, comedian, podcaster, and professional curmudgeon. Then followed by Burke Roseman, retired NFL player. So what's Bat Fink?
You went to the same high school as Will Smith?
I guess he went there for like a year or so, because in his Wikipedia it says he went to Overbrook High. But
So I assume I assume you were born and raised in West Philadelphia.
what's played? Yeah,
Born
I
and
went-
raised on the
yeah,
streets.
just-
Yeah,
didn't
good.
you say-
I switched it around just to see if you guys would get it.
He did go there a year because his parents sent him to Bel Air. I remember.
I went to Lakewood High School.
Yeah, but yeah,
Was that before or after? Was that before or after he didn't pay his taxes?
Anyway, shout out to whoever took care of this.
Congratulations, Kevin. That's big. That's big time.
Because I think Neil used to be on it, and Neil's not on it. And I'm on it in between an NFL player and Will Smith.
It's pretty good company.
Man, I didn't know. I didn't know we were supposed to be eating lunch during this. I would have waited.
Listen, I've been driving all
What do you-
day like Ray DeVito. I'm exhausted. I had to get something before this. People are
Chad's
pissed
like a
off.
Chad's like a Bob Seger song.
Like a
Oh,
rock.
hey, I watched
On a
Chad's little
lone,
videos
lonesome
and other
highway
podcasts. And
east of
Chad-
Omaha. a
Chad will
dear
film it.
lady
Chad will
film
put
it
me
anywhere.
in
Bob, you're
Omaha.
ruining the song.
Ziggy's on Bazaar.
You're ruining Kevin's song.
When I know they will not was through. Here I am on the road again. Here
break
I
it down,
am.
shake down, take
I'm
down
on
anything run
stage.
to the fine line. Break down, shake down, you busted. Brr, brr. Yeah, Beverly Hills Cop 2.
I like Still the Same is my favorite Seeger song. Still the same. Every time you place a bet. That's my favorite Seeger
Well, that's
song.
why.
That's
Maybe
great.
that's why. Maybe that's why you're a permanent middle.
What are you eating, Ray?
That's the truth.
Because he likes the
Jersey
Hey,
Mike sub. I headlined the B
Oh,
rooms.
well,
I'm kidding, Ray.
like
Come
Jersey
on,
Mike's.
it's good-natured ribbing. Bobby Kelly didn't teach us anything.
Yeah, well, this is you know what, dude.
Dude, you know what? I texted him when he was at Hilarities to see if I could feature for him. He never texted me back. But then again, Kevin Brennan, who's one of my best friends, never texted me back. So
You texted. You asked me if I want to do a podcast that on a day. I was like, I didn't even want to get involved. You said any time a day, and I was like, huh?
Not today.
No, you said I'm an hour outside Kansas City. You want to do a podcast? I'm like, I can't even do the math on that. It's like a high school word problem. I'm an hour outside Kansas City.
you were a high school star. You already proved it. You were
I
a high
called
school
Kevin
star.
Brennan to ask him, will he do a podcast with me? What are the chances?
Yes. Kevin Brennan, star of Batfink.
Here I am. What is Batfink?
I don't know.
What do you
Didn't it
think
say
it is?
you were in it?
$60 haircut, Kevin Brennan. Tell me how nice I look.
You
I'm
paid
shooting
too
my
much.
dry bar May 14th.
You paid too
Why the
much.
fuck? Why the fuck would you pay $60 for a haircut?
Yeah,
I
what
had
do
to
you-
have him style it and everything.
What are you, Michelle Pfeiffer?
Jesus.
I want to look good. I gotta get the ladies.
You want to look good? Yeah. Where are you shooting the special? Utah?
Utah. Yeah, I gotta look
Yeah,
So
good.
let's
Right,
go to the
Chad?
draft. Let's go to the draft. Speaking of
Have
Utah,
fun.
Hey, before we
What
get to
about Aaron Rodgers? Where's
Hey,
Aaron
hey, hey.
Rodgers going?
before we go to the draft, Kevin, I just looked me up on my high school. I'm notable alumni too.
what's it say?
Yeah. You
Chad's-
put that in there, Chad.
I did not. I don't know how to do it. It says Chad Zumach, class of '83, comedian and radio personality.
Wow,
How about that?
pretty good.
Look at me. I didn't mean to take away your thunder. Jacksonville.
I texted the most popular guy in the school. He was the star of every sport, all Catholic, all state in baseball. I texted him. I go, yeah, I'm a notable alumni. You're not.
Why'd you text him? You could have just gone down to the Taco Bell and seen him.
Oh,
Oh.
Bobby's on fire. No, he's doing well. He's doing well for himself. He's not a Taco Bell guy. He's not one of those guys living in the past. Like,
What about DJ Jazzy Jeff? I thought he grew up with Will Smith. Why is he not alumni at your high school?
I don't know. They didn't go to. They just met as rappers. I mean, the Legion of Skanks. They didn't all go to the same high school. Sometimes they meet people later on in life.
Yeah, they went to the same school. They went to the School of Hard Knocks.
I think you're gonna say Cox.
I should have said that.
I wish I would have
Cox.
went there. Lord
Cox.
knows I need a good cock.
Hey, before we go to the draft, Kevin, did you get spots at the cellar?
Yes, I did.
When you going? What time?
Godfrey. I knew
I-
Godfrey's so dumb. No disrespect, but once he said it, I was like, what? So I looked it up and he was wrong. But yeah, anyway. So wait, Lenny was stealing Godfrey's material?
That's what he said on your podcast.
What'd he say?
He said Lenny Marcus lifted a bunch of premises, and he goes, he knows for sure Lenny watched him in the room do those premises.
That's what Lenny's been doing for years. He thinks of it himself, or he's like, you know what, I'm gonna do something about that too.
Did Les Dog do him on that grocery show?
I heard I'm hearing rumors that Les Dog has another enemy, Anthony Jeselnik.
Did you see the she's doing those Uber Eats commercials? And there's
Did-
one where she's on the phone. There's like 4 of her in the room. Have you seen that? You guys talk about that? She's on the computer and she's like, Lenny sent me a message. Ooh, and she's another one of hers like, ooh, I know Lenny.
She
Because
said
she
Lenny's
worked his name into
Lenny's
one
a
of those
joke of a
commercials.
name. Lenny's the guy that's no one wants to have sex with. Lenny.
Well, but she was mentioning her friend's name.
She didn't say Lenny Marcus. She said Lenny. She had to pick a name.
Yeah, and the reason she picked that wasn't because she has a friend named Lenny. All right,
No
Kevin.
disrespect to Kevin, but if Leslie Jones and Kevin Brennan got in a fight, I'd go with Leslie Jones.
I think Kevin would go with Leslie Jones.
Yeah, I think Kevin's already said that.
If we had gloves on, I think I could take her. But if we were bare knuckle, she would definitely beat the fuck out of me.
It'd be a bloody mess if it was bare knuckle.
I mean, the fight wouldn't end when they rang the bell at the end of the 15th round. It would be a lifetime.
15th round. What is this? 1987?
Yep. I go 15 rounds when I go.
I heard the
All right.
Giants drafted her,
That's
Leslie
cool.
Jones.
Yeah, as a tight end. Lenny wants to do stats on her, if you know what I'm saying.
What do you guys think?
Kevin.
What do you guys think of that Trevor Lawrence, the quarterback from Clemson, going number 1?
You know, it was
you knew he was going to go.
some guy bet $18,000 to win $180 on the bet.
Yeah.
It was 10,000 to 10,000 to minus 10,000. So he had to bet $10,000 to win 100. So he bet 18,000 to win $180.
For them to pick Trevor Lawrence?
Yeah.
So what if they pick somebody else?
Then he loses $18,000 to win 180. That's a Lenny bet if I've ever heard one. I mean, the bet is you
No,
go
if
the
they
other
pick
way.
someone else.
No, the bet is
Oh,
you
okay.
go the
So if
other
you
way. You
bet
bet
that they-
100. You bet
I
$100,
got
and if you win, you win 10,000. Whatever it was, you win up to $10,000. That's the
Gotcha.
bet. You don't bet 18,000 to win 180. It makes no sense.
Makes
Yeah,
no
I mean,
sense.
as everyone said, I mean, that's part of the reason why what's his name? Urban Meyer even went to Jacksonville because they had the number 1 pick and Trevor Lawrence was coming out.
And I'm hearing rumors Tim Tebow is going to play tight end. Is that true?
Yeah.
He had a tryout with
get back
he
in
had a
the
tryout
NFL.
with Jacksonville, but they did. That's all it said. Just that he had a tryout as tight end.
Jacksonville might be the place.
What about Aaron Rodgers? What's the deal? Well, that's the real drama in the NFL. Fuck all this other shit.
Watch. I don't think Urban Meyer's gonna. I don't think he's gonna work in the NFL. He's one of those guys that has weight. He hasn't earned it in the pros, and he thinks he's gonna come in. That's most of these college guys come in.
He's the Rick Pitino of the NFL.
They don't realize how much work it is. / you can't boss around, NFL adult players like you can college. And he's
I
just
root for
one.
him. He was at Bowling Green when I was at Bowling Green. He was the head coach at
He's
Bowling
got-
Green.
He succeeded
Meyer?
everywhere he went.
Urban Meyer?
Utah,
Yeah, he was the
He-
head coach at
he
Bowling
was-
Green.
Utah, Florida.
Actually, I hung out with him. We
obviously.
had a few beers.
Ohio
You guys, no wonder your podcast sucks. You guys just talk over each other. It's
Well,
unbelievable.
he's fucking talking over me. I was talking, and he's like, "Come on, I got a sandwich. Joe, I'll keep going."
And Ray's just eating.
I'm talking, making
And
points.
you guys
He's
are
like,
so dumb. You don't even know that Zoom don't work when 2 people are talking, and then especially when one of the people talking is also eating.
yeah, well, blame Ray. I was talking, I was making good points, and he's like, he went to my college.
I had
No,
beers with
he
him.
was the coach at my college when I was at college.
Whatever, just as dumb, just as easily to interrupt. what I
Hey,
was
I've been
saying.
on a podcast that has millions of followers, so I've this is low level for me.
Well, here's the thing with Urban Meyer. Is one of the reasons he's probably taking this job is because he knows he has basically a college quarterback. So they're coming in together. He's not going into a team where he's got to win over the quarterback who's been there 8 years and
Yeah, the
everybody.
egomaniac.
Yeah, they're coming in the same year. They're stuck with each other. So it better fucking work out. Plus, he's in Florida. He knows Florida. The one problem is, it's true, is that you can't, like, if Urban Meyer coaches at college, he's going to get a good, he's going to get a good college class every year, but of recruits. But there's no guarantee in the pros you're going to be able to make it work. And that's why fucking Nick Saban was like, fuck this. I'll just go somewhere where I get the best players. I mean, Alabama had 6 guys in the first round yesterday, which is fucking crazy. So some guys don't want to deal with it. I think Urban Meyer's like, I've won everywhere in college. I basically have nothing to prove. He really doesn't have anything to prove. So why not go to college? I mean, why not go to the pros and get this quarterback? The problem with the quarterback is, I try to switch aside when you guys are talking about Utah, that there's so much pressure on a quarterback if he's taken like first or second or third, that most of these guys can't handle it. And it's almost better. Like the guy from Ohio State, he got picked 11th. And he can play with a chip on his shoulder. When you're picked first, you can't really play with a chip on your shoulder. So, all these guys fail. Carson Wentz, this fucking Jared Goff, the guy that the Jets had, Sam Darnold. They're all high picks, and they have so much pressure.
Darnold fell, man. Darnold
okay, can I finish?
Take him out of your equation.
You're mentally challenged, Ray. The point is that when you're a top pick as a quarterback, there's enormous pressure on you. So you better be able to deal with it. I doubt the BYU guy can. I'm sure whatchamacallit, the guy from Clemson that's at Jacksonville can, because he's, that's a big job at Clemson, and he was their starter from freshman year. So I'm sure he'll be fine. But the guy from BYU, I wouldn't bet $1 that he's going to be a success with the Jets, because they're going to eat him alive. I mean, he's handsome. He's just like a more handsome Sam Darnold. And, and it's like, yeah, he's got a good arm. Who cares? It's like, who's he going to throw to? Who's going to block for him? The Jets are always a shit show. So this guy, Justin Fields, is a way better situation. He gets picked 11th. There's no pressure on him. And he plays with a chip on his shoulder, just like fucking Mahomes plays with. And of course, Tom Brady. These early picks is just like a recipe for fucking disaster, unless the guy's a sure thing, like the Clemson guy is.
Okay, I'm gonna negate everything you just said. Baker Mayfield, he was picked.
Okay, Baker Mayfield was eating his own dick for 3 years, Ray, and then
he set records as a rookie quarterback. He doesn't suck.
Okay, but they were talking about trading him. Every time I watched the show, they were saying how Baker Mayfield sucks. PTI is saying he sucks. So after 4 years, and again, Cleveland's like not a big market, but after 4 years to find like, okay, maybe he doesn't suck. Is he a sure thing? Absolutely not. Absolutely no fucking way is Baker Mayfield a sure thing.
But he doesn't suck. He doesn't suck.
I'm not saying he sucks, but when you go in as a top pick, you better fucking deliver. And Baker Mayfield, because he won one playoff game in 4 years. Oh, so he's great all of a sudden, please.
In Cleveland, yes. In Cleveland,
yeah, but the team got progressively better with him each year, didn't they?
Right, but I'm saying there is a lot of pressure. Carson Wentz couldn't handle it. I mean, these guys, they're already traded. Carson Wentz was a sure thing. Jared Goff was a sure thing, and now they're already like done. Now they're already like used goods. Like somebody else.
Hey, Carson Wentz won a Super Bowl.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did.
He wasn't even on the team.
He was a backup.
No, he was injured. He was not available to play.
He was still on the team. He still won.
Wow, you guys deserve each other. You and Ray deserve each other. You guys are the dumbest argument guys I've ever fucking.
I'm the dumbest because you don't fucking understand sarcasm, you old idiot.
Ooh,
of course I know he wasn't fucking playing, and you're like, you're stupid. You don't even know.
You said he was on the team. You said he was on the team.
He is on the team. He is on the team.
Oh, so you say he got a ring? So now, since he got a ring, he's considered to be a Super Bowl champion?
Yeah, that was the joke, dumb. Don't call me dumb when you're the one that doesn't get the joke.
No one laughing. You double down on a joke. That's not how you work a joke.
I don't expect you guys to laugh at things any of us say.
Get him, Bob.
If I'm on here to have you laugh at anything I say, Kevin, then I might as well not even be on here.
Whoa, that's I don't know what that's sarcasm. That's something. That's like a fastball.
Well, no, you're not going to laugh at anything.
That's like a fastball to the chin.
Wow. I didn't expect this podcast to go this way.
Yeah.
68 miles an hour. Throw it right in your fucking face.
That's the most calories Bob's burned in a couple of years right there.
Oh, look at Ray dishing it out.
See, I laugh, Bob.
6'1", 209.
I have to address the elephant in the room. Ken's not here. He couldn't do the podcast. He didn't get fired. He didn't quit. He's just not here. He's busy.
Elephant in the room. You haven't done a show in 3 weeks.
And I apologize for that, guys. It's been a lot of work, and I apologize.
No, but you act like you just like this comes out with like clockwork, and Ken's a reliable participant.
All right, Kevin's got to
who's
compliment
Ken?
4 people at some point during this episode. 4 random people. I don't care who they are.
I know Red Bar's got a lot of fans. Red Bar has a lot of fans.
Ray, I know one of them ain't going to beat Baker Mayfield.
I got no problem with Baker Mayfield. I like his commercials, but I'm saying he's not a sure thing. And if he was in New York or LA or Chicago, a bigger market, or play for the Cowboys, he would have probably already been ran out of town. They got to be patient in Cleveland because they lose every year. So they're like, all right, let's just wait it out with this guy. Yeah, you're better off waiting it out, but the coaches in Philadelphia and the coaches in LA, they're like, we got number 1 picks here, number 2 picks here, and we're like, we're done. Carson Wentz, you're going to Indianapolis, and fucking Jared Goff, worst name ever. Trubisky. It's like these guys, a lot of these guys can't handle the pressure. Where's Trubisky playing? Is he even on a fucking team now? So these things, like these sure things, the draft's such a joke because these fucking sure things, especially a quarterback. I mean, if you're a tackle or even a wide receiver, nobody really is going to notice what you do or don't do. But as a quarterback, you better be fucking ready. And this guy at fucking, whatchamacallit, the guy from BYU smiles way too much. He's way too fucking blonde, way too happy. He's going to fucking get his ass handed to him at the New York Jets.
We'll see what happens.
I mean, that's a valid point of, obviously, yeah, the bigger the market, they might not be as patient with guys. I mean, hell, when Peyton Manning came in, his first season was horrible.
I think it'd be hilarious if Tampa Bay dumps Tom Brady and signs Aaron Rodgers.
Well, the Aaron Rodgers thing, I think, is interesting because
he's not going anywhere.
Yeah, I think he is.
Sorry,
I think he's had it. I think he doesn't want to be in Green Bay anymore. I think
he watched like Tom Brady and his success with the Buccaneers.
Yeah, and he's like, I don't need to. And I think that I tweeted that then kicking a field goal in the playoff game, he was just like, what are you even doing? Like that's the problem when you have. That's like taking a bat out of Hank Aaron's hand. It's like you got one of the best quarterbacks of all time. Just don't take the ball out of his hand. Let him make the play and live with that, as opposed to kicking a fucking field goal and then giving the ball to the other greatest quarterback, probably the greatest quarterback ever, especially in clutch time, and then saying, we'll get the ball back from Tom Brady. You're not gonna. So that's just dumb, and that's just like me dealing with Keith the cop, and it's like, what? So then you just go like that. That's indicative of that they're not smart. LaFleur, that's a fucking hockey coach's name. It's not an NFL coach's name. So I think he's like, and now he wants to be the host of Jeopardy, which I think is bullshit. But I still think he wants out of Green Bay, and he's like, let me just get out of here. Let me get to a good team. Let me get to a West Coast team. San Francisco would be great. And he's from there. And I think that's going to happen. I think they'll end up trading him.
Yeah,
well, 2 things. Tom Brady is the greatest football player ever. There's no argument.
He's not the greatest football player.
Jim Brown is the greatest football player.
Jim Brown is the greatest football player ever.
You quarterback 7 Super Bowl championships. You're the greatest quarterback. You're the greatest football player ever.
No, you're not. He's not the greatest football player.
Yes, he is.
Gale Sayers is a better football player.
Please.
Colt McCoy was better.
And
Christian Okoye, the Nigerian nightmare.
Oh, I thought he said Colt McCoy.
How about Tony Gonzalez? He was good.
Jim Brown. Jim Brown's the greatest.
Talking about the greatest football player.
And you know how many?
I would go with Jim Brown.
I go with Aaron Hernandez.
How many
How about OJ Simpson before he killed his wife and a waiter? He was a great football player.
if you watch some of the highlights,
Bob,
of O.J.
someone just
Simpson-
walked. Bob, I see dead people in your
What?
house. Yeah.
What?
Somebody just walked
didn't-
into your room.
I know that's my roommate.
Oh, because I thought I was reliving the Sixth Sense. I see
So
dead people.
how many NFC Championship games has Aaron Rodgers been in?
I don't care. I'm not debating that. I'm saying don't take the ball out of Aaron Rodgers' hands.
I'm just saying he's 1-4. He's 1-4 in NFC Championship games. He's been there 5 times. He's only won once.
Okay, well, he
gets
didn't have one of the greatest coaches of all time either. So I'm saying, like, don't take the ball out of the guy's hands and then wonder
Bruce
why.
Arians.
Then don't take the ball out of the guy's hands and then wonder why the guy's pissed. It's like, it's just dumb. It's a dumb fucking strategic move.
That makes sense for that year. I'm just saying, how much blame does he get?
I'm not a gigantic Aaron Rodgers fan. I'm just saying, don't take the ball out of his hands, because then it's you. Then it's on you. Let Aaron Rodgers fuck up. Then it's on Aaron Rodgers. You gave him the chance to fucking tie the game. He didn't. And then you live with the consequences. But don't fucking try to be cute. It's like when they lost to when Pete Carroll tried to be cute and had Russell Wilson make a pass on the 2-yard line when he had the best running back short yardage in the game. He tried to be cute. Don't be cute in big game situations. Try to be a man, take it like a man, take it down the chin. But don't be like, hey, whatever, we're going to kick a field goal, and then we're going to get the ball back from Tom Brady, and then it's going to be all Lenny-like.
It's like Keith the Cop taking a half hour off your show.
Yeah, what are you doing? And giving it to Bill Schultz.
You don't take this show away from fucking Kevin Brennan. Same way you don't fucking give Tom Brady the ball. It's the same thing.
Hey, Bob, look, I'm looking in the window looking at you.
What does that mean?
I was
Where
having fun.
are you at, Chad? What
I'm in Greensville, South Carolina, comedy zone.
Chad's the only guy who ever took my advice, and now he works every weekend. He lives in Florida. He has a fucking captain's hat.
Yeah,
Pretty
where's
soon-
the captain's hat?
Pretty soon he's gonna get a girlfriend, and then we'll never see him again. But I'm just saying, all these people be like, "Oh, we're gonna call our podcast the G Hole. That's gonna work out." No, it ain't.
You should be a guidance counselor.
I am.
Reminds Kevin of when he used to go to Times Square back in the day.
I try to help out Joe Matarese.
You did. You gave him advice.
I try to give back. It's called. Call this episode "Giving Back."
Giving back.
You're definitely a giver. That's for sure.
I'll take.
By the way, Joe Matarese's YouTube's at 5,000.
Take it in the butt.
What do you mean at 5,000?
5,000 views.
Oh yeah. His fucking. Yeah, I was watching his documentary came up on my thing again. I just thought it was. He goes his Italian spaghetti math when he's trying to figure out how to do something. He was gonna if he was gonna open for Sebastian for free, he was gonna
Like, by the way, Sebastian's like, oh, you know what? I could save like $1,000 and we could just have Joe open.
Yeah. It doesn't even save that much money.
The only thing that was cringeworthy in his documentary was when they were buying the mattress, and he's like filming the guy selling the mattress, and his
The guy
wife,
was mad.
yeah, and the guy's just like, and even his wife is like, Jesus Christ, like that was the only cringeworthy part. The other
the
stuff
pizza.
was funny.
The pizza was cringeworthy.
I didn't see the whole thing.
You guys want a tip on buying a mattress?
Yeah, of course.
Do you ever have to buy a mattress? Buy it on Amazon. Find what you want. Find exactly what you want. Buy it on Amazon, and then like a month later, tell them you want to return it. Now, if it's the mattress you want, then you got the mattress you want. But there is a good chance that they will. You'll say, "I want to return this," and they're like, "Okay." They might say, "Oh, all right, you got to take it to the UPS store," and you're like, "I got to take a mattress to the." There's like a 90% chance they'll let you keep it and refund your money.
Bob, if you keep giving it this kind of advice out, you're going to put Amazon out of business.
Well, it just goes to show how much money Amazon has. Now, I don't know how the highest I've seen somebody do that with was a $500 mattress. I know mattresses can cost a lot more than that, but I did it with a $150 memory foam mattress I have. and a friend of mine, and they say you can only do it once, but a friend of mine's done it twice. And the last time was a $500 mattress.
Who's that friend? Can you name it?
A guy named Steve Cantwell. I had him on the Bobby Bakercast a few weeks ago.
Wow.
Well, you
wanna
did name him. Now you're
name
gonna
the
get-
name.
He's gonna
Yeah,
go to
drop
jail.
He,
the names.
He had
Steve Campbell's
guy-
gonna go to jail for felony.
this guy's got he's got an interesting story actually. A guy told him that he
steals
murdered.
mattresses all over the town.
No, a guy told him that he murdered his. A guy he worked with told him that he had murdered his mother-in-law,
Hmm.
and he contacted the police because he was like hearing the story, and he was like, and then he looked it up, and he was like, "Holy shit!" It was like 20 years ago, and the FBI came to my buddy's house, and they were like, "How did you come to find this information?" And he had to go on witness protection for like a year. Like he talks about all this on the.
And you
On
just
a- on my
outed him?
podcast,
Steve?
and-
You just outed Steve
No,
No,
Campbell?
no, no. How do I know the story? He told it to me, and then he told it on my podcast.
How'd you
And he's
find
at-
him if he was in witness protection? That's not very good
He's
about
a-
witness protection. If you found him,
He's a comedian. He lives in Houston.
that's why I haven't made it. I'm on witness protection, so no one knows who I am. All right.
Yeah,
I
you basically
like-
just said the opposite of what witness protection is.
Okay.
I don't even know.
Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is 1-4 in NFC Championship games. That's all I wanted to tell you.
Bob, well, everybody knows that. Nobody cares. It's like,
People don't know that. They act like Aaron Rodgers is. I mean, he won the MVP. He's
if
obviously
you're
a
the
Hall of Famer.
coach, don't take the ball out of Aaron Rodgers' hand and then be like, "You're cool with that, right? We're gonna
I
have a-
understand.
we're gonna have a
I
field goal
understand that.
kicker kick a field goal, and then
Mason
we're gonna get-
Crosby's one of the greatest field goal kickers
I
ever.
thought that
He's
was
not going
one
to
of the
miss.
I honestly thought that was one of the best calls I've ever seen because
That's
I
a
was
horrible
going for
call.
Tampa Bay.
My son, when we were watching the draft last night, my son goes, "Dad, why didn't they pick the kickers?" I was like, "Exactly."
Even
So
your son knows.
when you say he's one of the greatest kickers of all time, kickers are garbage.
I
And
was joking.
they'll always choke, and even if don't rely on a kicker for anything ever. And
Mike
you rely on-
Vanderjack.
the point is you don't take the ball out of Aaron Rodgers' hand and then get mad that he's mad at you because you're a fucking idiot. So you
Yeah, you
deserve
cer-
everything bad that happens to you. Please interrupt me, you guys, because I'm sure you guys got great points, like what Aaron Rodgers is in the NFC Championship game and what's going on with Cleveland and Omaha. You guys are literally the worst I've ever seen. Go ahead. We really have to go like I have to finish and then go Roger, so you guys know I'm done.
No, see, there was a pause, and I went, "Is that?" And then you start talking again, so I stopped. So did I really interrupt you? Or are you just
I-
being a fucking bitch now?
Chad, call it Roger that.
Roger that.
I thought it was Rackham. I thought when we're done talking, we say Rackham. I thought that's
We forgot.
I think if you're down by 4 or more, you should definitely call in the kicker.
Roger that.
Rackham.
I mean,
Especially when
I'm
you're
amazed
going for the
that-
other team.
I'm amazed that these guys don't get it. I'm amazed that they're always like, "Hey, why is he mad?" First of all, Green Bay sucks. It's a shitty place to be especially if you're from California. You want to be a movie star, and you're already like are a movie star because all the commercials are in. And now they're like, "Wait, you didn't like think it was this?" It's like, just oh god, that's like people in
I'm
charge.
assuming. sorry.
What? I didn't say Roger.
Sorry.
I mean, that's why you just
Roger
gotta.
that.
That's why you just gotta go. People in charge. You just gotta sometimes just wow. Say hello to Colleen. By the way,
Yeah, from me too, Ray.
Will do.
Colleen runs a tight ship.
Never met her.
I don't know what that means, but
No,
okay.
She does a good job. She runs a good.
Oh no,
club.
she does do a great. She's awesome.
Tell Colleen to bring out Kevin and I.
Most people run a shitty club. Most people can't even run their fucking team. They're coach of an NFL team. They don't even know that maybe we should not. Maybe it'd be bad if Aaron Rodgers was mad at us because we're stupid because we try to be cute and take the ball out of his hands and give it to the kicker and Tom Brady. He's like, "What the fuck? It was 4th and 10." Yeah, we're gonna kick. Oh God, stupid. So
Kev-
I hope everything bad happens to Green Bay and their coach. I hope he signed. He's gonna get traded, and he's not doing it for money because he's got more money than he could ever imagine with all these commercials that he gets. He makes more money in commercials than he does as a football player. I'm betting at this point. So it doesn't matter. But the coach and the fucking GM, they're fucked.
Yeah, did you see that stat they showed on Aaron Rodgers? The last like 13 years, they've drafted like no offensive skill positions. Like 11 of the 13 picks have been all defense for first round, and the only time they took a skill position offensive player was for that quarterback that's supposed to be his heir apparent. So that's their only first round pick they used on offense is for another quarterback.
It's kind of funny how Rodgers got mad at that, and it was like, well, hey, dickhead, how do you think Brett Favre felt when they drafted you? If anybody should understand that, it's him.
Well, first of all, he had an MVP season. So if they're using it to motivate him, it worked. But that's what I'm saying. If it worked, it worked. So now you got a quarterback. You got Aaron Rodgers' attention. He's playing great. So don't take the fucking ball out of his hands and give it and expect it to take it back from Tom Brady. It's fucking stupid. You don't know the quarterback. The guy's 36, 37. You're going to say like, oh, we're going to wait till you retire. Then we're going to draft somebody. You can do whatever the fuck you want, but don't be stupid. They got lucky that and instead of Aaron Rodgers pouting, he had a great season because they drafted this guy. He's like, I can still play, you cocksuckers. Athletes get motivated by different things. And that's one of the things that definitely motivates them is if you challenge them, they play with a chip on their shoulder. He played great all year. And then you're going to take the win, especially when he's up against Brady.
And then he lost the NFC Championship.
I didn't say Roger that, you fat fuck.
I'm not fat anymore.
You're still fat mentally.
Roger that.
So it's just
nice
stupid.
headset. I'd like to go. Could I order a Craftmatic 2 adjustable bed from you, sir?
It's stupid. You can't justify it. So now they're scrambling to act like, no, we're not going to trade him. We're not going to trade him. And he's going to be a Green Bay Packer. He ain't. He's got all the leverage. Everybody needs a good quarterback. There's 4 good quarterbacks in the fucking league, and he's one of them. Everybody else is iffy.
I predict he goes to San Francisco and he becomes the first openly gay quarterback.
Wow, he'd be great in San Francisco.
Kevin didn't say Roger.
Yeah, but Chad doesn't have shows me. He knows I don't have to say Roger. He senses. He waits a split second. He doesn't talk when I'm talking. It's not complicated. Roger.
I got a text message from Ken Mosca saying that he loves the 12th pick, Dallas Scott. Micah Parsons, the linebacker from Penn State.
Fuck the Dallas Cowboys.
They said he's good. I guess he's good.
Well, they just lost a linebacker that Sean Lee retired. So they obviously have a spot for him.
We need linebackers in Cleveland. We have no linebackers.
That's our only hole.
You guys need hot women more than you need anything in Cleveland. It's the ugliest fucking women capital of the world.
That's not true.
You leave my sisters out of this.
Okay. But it's
I hooked up with some.
even leaving your sisters out of it, they're still ugly.
I hooked up with some pretty hot chicks back in the day.
Yeah, because you were a radio notable alumni at your school.
It had something to do with it.
Used to walk into bars downtown and be like, is that Chad Zumock?
It was true. People would pick up my tabs. It was crazy.
Dude, Chad still has a legacy in Cleveland. Like some of these newer comics only know of him as the legend of Chad Zumock. So it's pretty funny. They're like, oh, you know that guy?
Tell the story again when he crashed into the TV.
I've heard this for fucking 20 years at this point.
I can't even hear it anymore.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, I can't hear Kevin yell about Aaron Rodgers and them not going for it again. He only fucking said that like 4 times.
Kevin, you do like the Bears pick though?
Yeah, I do. Because I think first of all, sometimes you just gotta look at logistics. It's like Tom Brady. Where'd he go to school? Michigan. Okay, Michigan has shit weather. New England has shit weather. This guy played Ohio State, shit weather. Now he's playing Chicago, shit weather. It's like even with the Clemson quarterback, he's good.
He's
He's gonna
good.
do great. He's gonna do good in Jacksonville because that's the weather he's used to. So it's like Justin Fields not gonna have a problem with the Chicago weather, which is a big problem for quarterbacks because not half the games, but once it gets November, December, the weather in Chicago stinks. So you got to be able to run, you got to be able to throw, and I saw also the guy wins a lot of games. I guess he's lost 2 games he's lost 2 games in his college career. And so that's another thing. It's like it's not comparing it to Steph Curry, but like they said, there are a lot of questions about Steph Curry coming out of college from Davidson because he's like, well, he wasn't a sure thing, and it's like, yeah, but some guys just know how to fucking win basketball games and/or football games, and I think Justin Fields is one of those guys. You can't go nothing by BYU. BYU is a bullshit schedule, and they don't play real teams. If you're in the SEC or the Big Ten, you're playing you're playing NFL quality fucking players. It's not just whoever you find at the Sandlot, as they say. I don't know who says that, but anyway, the point is that if you're playing Ohio State, you're playing against real talent, and so I think he'll do great in Chicago. And if he's even remotely good, Chicago will love him because they're sick of these Trubisky's and fucking what's the other guy's name?
Nick Foles.
Jay Cutler. No, Nick Foles, they didn't draft him. I'm talking about guys they drafted and just white quarterbacks who sucked. And Justin Fields, you need a mobile quarterback in this day and age. The guy's got to be able to move. And that's another thing. This BYU quarterback, he's handsome, but I doubt he's that mobile. So
I was going to say Justin Fields, man, at Ohio State. Only reason why we lost is they played Alabama, and Alabama had it was just so overmatched. Alabama was just better. They just had NFL number 1 picks at every position.
Yeah, they had 6 number 1 picks, mostly on offense, but Alabama was stacked last year, and they weren't going to lose to anybody. And it was a pandemic year, so who the fuck knows? But Justin Fields, he outplayed what's the guy's name? The number 1 pick. He outplayed him, huh?
Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, he outplayed Lawrence in the semifinal, so they thought he was going to lose that one. He outplayed that, and then they hit the wall with the whole team hit the wall. They got out coached by Alabama.
It wasn't Fields' fault. It wasn't Fields' fault.
No, yeah, but then they started questioning him, and I still think there's a bias against black quarterbacks in the NFL.
There should be a bias against white linebackers. That's all Ohio State had was white linebackers, and we were just too slow everywhere in that game. Chad, you remember watching? I knew we were going to lose in the first quarter. I was like, we can't keep up. We got to score every possession. They're not going to not score, so we're fucked.
2 things. Full confession: I'm not an Ohio State fan because I went to Kent State. No, I don't care. Drop the mic.
Yeah, neither did Ray. Ray's like all about Ohio State. He went to fucking Bowling Green.
Yeah, this is what did it for
me. I went to University of Houston. I'm never gonna go for University of Texas.
Yeah, that was me. Like I would go to a Kent State bar when Ohio State played Kent State, and we're getting our asses kicked, and everyone's going crazy. I go, that's our team. That's our team, you assholes. So, anyways, I was in Alabama yesterday, and I got to point out, it seemed like every black guy looks like Roy Wood Jr. there. Rack me.
It'd be funny if they all were Roy Wood Jr.
Well, I would assume it'd be Roy Wood Sr., Roy Wood III, Roy Wood
I swear to God, every black guy I saw looked just like Roy Wood. I go, what's going on?
He's from down there, isn't he?
Yeah, he's from Birmingham. I featured for him at the Stardome once. He's like a legend down there because he did prank phone calls on their urban radio show. But yeah, he sold that place out like every night. Yeah, it's an urban radio show, so it was like urban shows. So like half.
I loved to hear urban prank calls.
Well,
this isn't a collector.
Half the calls don't get through because the phone's disconnected.
Yeah, or they're like, you got to pretend you're calling from jail.
I just did a show with Ray on Monday. Roy, I should say, with Roy Wood Jr. The tiny cupboard on the roof.
You're still doing the rooftops?
Yeah, you got to walk up the fucking fire escape. I didn't like that.
I hosted a show there in the summer. For
what? You had to walk up a fire escape
to get to the roof. It's stairs outside, but yeah, once you get to
a real narrow staircase.
Get to the top floor, yeah, and then there's a
where's this?
Brooklyn.
It's a fire escape in Brooklyn, yeah.
Oh my God, that's someone's house.
No. It's a building.
No, I'm saying it's not a comedy club. It's just somebody's house. They're having a show.
No,
They
it's,
have
a,
a- no,
it's
no,
a
no.
building. It's a building.
building.
There's
They-
offices and stuff. I hosted a
Yeah,
show.
What's the
there.
name of the club? What's the name of the club?
Tiny cupboard.
Cupboard.
Wow.
They have an inside room too.
But you can't get in there.
They can get more people. I think the outside is bigger. So with
No,
the
I'm
limitations,
saying they only pass you. You're past at the outside room. The inside room, you're not ready for that.
most of their shows are in. I get it, but most of their shows are independent. They don't. The place itself doesn't really. This was like the show I did with Roy Wood was the first show that they book. All their other shows are independently booked by comics and stuff.
Yeah, I booked a show there in the summer when I was living there. I hosted, booked a show. But here's what's weird. I went back to New York. I hit up Matt, the guy who owns a place. And the people that book the shows don't even fucking live in New York City. They left like I left, but yet they kept the show and just booked it. It's like, really? That's fucking lame. Like, I don't want to say their names, but like, it's like you don't even
Why is it
fucking live in New
lame?
York City.
Why is it lame?
If you're a
they
booker,
don't
why
even
do you
live
have to
there.
live there?
So I should have kept my show and just booked a random show just for the fuck of it.
What show? Book what show?
I had a show there at the Tiny Cupboard over the summer. I would
Well,
host
how
a
much
show
were
there.
you? Were you making money?
No, that's the other thing too.
Then why
like,
do
well,
it?
I didn't mind having a show, hosting a show, but like
How
to
you gonna
do
host
it
a show from Omaha?
exactly. That's
You
what
gonna
I'm
zoom
saying.
in?
So I don't know why the hell.
Hey,
these
the host
people
is gonna be
still do
Skyping
that.
in. Hey, nice shirt, sir.
So they can so they can have I mean, so are all these people that book these shows, are they comics?
Yeah.
So they're keeping it so they can still have a show whenever they go back to New York. They know they can have a show they can get on.
Yeah. There's no reason to have book a weekly show for nothing in New York City if you're not in New York City, is all I'm saying.
And if you're in New York City, be sure to catch Kevin Brennan at the Comedy Cellar with Bobby Kelly at 6:00 and at the Village Underground at 7:45 with Bobby Kelly.
Oh, by the
Six
way,
o'clock.
I'm going to have a show at the Stand. I'm still going to do a monthly show at the Stand, but I'm going to come back for that.
That's amazing, Ray. We can all lift our. We can all hold
Wait,
our.
well then Ray, why
our
would you have
heads
a show at
high.
the Stand if you
We
don't
know
even-
we know the country's coming back. We know we're gonna come back if Ray's still doing a show at the Stand once a month. We know it's all about. We know it's right around the corner. Ray, who gives a shit?
Ray doesn't live in New York. Why would you do a show? Why would you book a show at the Stand when you don't live in New
I'm
York?
going to be there every month. I'm going to
But you don't live there.
Ray, right after the show, I'm gonna text Patrick and I'm gonna ask him if I can have your show.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you to do it. Not anymore. Just like that.
No, I'm
Brendan.
not gonna do it. I'm gonna steal it. I'm gonna Dane
Yeah,
Cook it.
Yeah, you can get as few people as Ray does in there, I'm sure.
Kevin's a room taker.
Hey, I think that was when Chad, we were talking about that thing that Joe Rogan was talking about. I think he might have been talking about Dane Cook too, right?
No, I think because him and Dane are pretty tight. I
Oh,
think.
really?
Yeah, they came up in Boston together. I think it was all Schumer.
What does
It
Dane,
doesn't-
does
it doesn't
Dane
make-
think kids shouldn't get vaccinated?
It doesn't make sense that he would make this whole point about one person, and then there's really not even any proof. And then they're saying she's an attention whore. She started as a comic. I mean, it's just his whole argument was if he's just naming her, his whole argument makes no.
What
fucking
are you
sense.
talking about? Can you refresh me?
No, I don't want to rehash.
Go
it.
listen to Misery Loves Company with Godfrey if you guys want to know what he's talking about.
No, the whole show we were talking about whatever. It's on. I tweeted it about how something Joe Rogan and the UFC guy were talking about on his podcast. Makes no sense. But they were doing what you guys do. They don't name names, and then people are like, and then they act like it's it's like just trust us. You could trust us. We know what we're talking about. But if they name names, you'd be like, that's not true. It makes no fucking sense. So the only name we can come up with Amy Schumer, and it makes no sense for their argument. She's as much as a comic as anybody, and it's like no one ever thought she was an attention whore. Maybe she got to be an attention whore when she became famous, but she's not. She didn't get into comedy for attention.
I don't know. I see her on Ellen all the time. Every time I'm at the gym running, she's
It's
like,
called show business, right?
Yeah.
People do it. So you don't do Ellen for attention. You do it to promote stuff. You think
just
that's
gotta
bad?
dance.
So if Ellen came to you and said, Ray, you want to do your show, plug your feature thing in Omaha? You'd be like, I'm not an attention whore.
I'll dance for Ellen.
I like how Ray says he was watching Ellen at the gym. Yeah, on your fucking phone.
No, it's on the TV.
Sure it is.
Bob,
Sure it
you
is,
haven't
Ray.
been to a gym, but yeah, they have like these big
Yeah,
screen
Bob.
TVs.
I'm a Ray on this one. You haven't been to a
Yeah,
gym.
let's talk about Ray going to the gym when he has to be a minimum of 5 treadmills away from anybody else because he's so disgusting and he fucking sweats on everybody.
Ray, did you
And
go
he
to that?
and he almost gets in fights because guys are like, "Hey, dude, could you fucking watch your fucking slobber?"
Did you go to that Lifetime
wrong?
Fitness, Ray?
In Omaha?
Yeah.
No, I just got here. I'm gonna go to when I was at the Looney Bin. I guess Genesis health clubs are all over the place, and the guy gave me a pass for.
You can get in for free if you're at the Hilton Garden Inn.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'll go there because as soon as we get off, I'll go there because I got to do my corporate thing here in a little bit.
Yeah, let's wrap it up, guys. I think this was an incredible draft coverage. we really hit-
Wait. Ray, you sweat a
Well-
lot. You sweat people. You get in fights because you sweat on people, Ray, at the gym.
Oh yeah, he's disgusting.
Yeah, Bob's seen me at the gym. Bob only knows it from my conversation.
I've seen you fucking post pictures, and how do I even know this? Because you fucking tweet it and you talk about it on other podcasts. How you sweat so much, you got to be far away from everybody, and you're like, oh, this guy almost wanted to fight me because I sweat on him. It's like, yeah, nobody wants to be fucking sweat on by someone else.
Especially
That's
during
a chick.
COVID.
Bob, you have no idea what goes on at a gym, but no, in Cleveland,
Bob goes
I go,
to gym. He looks bad. Bob looks for the snack machine. I heard
That's a
they
good
got
bit.
snack machine here at the gym.
That's a good bit. It
No,
worked.
'cause
It worked better when I was 265, but
No, when I was at
keep
we
coming with it.
used to go to the Y in LA when we lived out there, and my kids would always be like, Dad, let's go to the snack
Bleeding
machine.
nips.
I got bleeding
Jesus.
nipples at the gym. They chafe.
All right, that's enough.
Yeah, I would not want to be next to a guy with fucking bleeding nipples.
He's
That'd be
sweating
great.
on you, and then he turns to you, and you're like, hey man, could you not? And then they're like, oh fuck, you got worse problems than sweating on me. All
Ray,
right,
you
dude.
gotta make a comedy album and call it Bleeding Nipples. And
Bleeding
that's your-
nips.
No, that's your cover. That's the cover of your album. You're bleeding. I've never seen bleeding nipples before. That's
I
a
get into it, Kevin. I fucking
that's a
run.
fucking workout. If you got bleeding nipples, you're working the fuck out.
If you're next to the
Chad, I think
you're next
you
to-
got to end the podcast on that one, man. We're not going to top the bleed. We're not going to top bleeding nips.
yeah, well, if you run next to Ray, you could get COVID and HIV.
Yeah, I'm like, I need
Bleeding.
Band-Aids for my nipples, please.
I'm chafing over here.
What do you guys got for plugs? Let's go around the horn.
Imagine if they kicked you out of the gym. They nixed your membership because your nipples kept bleeding.
Has
I'm
anyone
working
ever
out.
has anyone ever seriously? Has anyone ever said something to like a manager or something there at the club, Ray? Has anybody ever like told on you for sweating on them? Seriously.
No, it's just it's a senior center, Bob. They're just old people that have nothing. It's like one old guy that's a piece of shit. But no,
No,
other people.
You told me that when you were doing stuff in New York.
No, I said I will let people know if I get on a treadmill and there's an empty one next to me and someone gets on it as I'm just starting out. I'll let them know, like, hey, just a heads up, I'm gonna sweat a lot, just so you know.
And it might be blood.
Yeah.
My
Like I
nipples
said,
might bleed on you.
He turns to him and he's already got a bleeding nip and he hasn't even started yet.
It's like I take my
And they're
shirt
just
off and
like-
blood goes squirting like a squirt gun.
Oh, that's fucking.
The person's
classic.
just like,
Bleeding.
Oh, okay, I'm gonna go hit the free weights. Thank you.
All right, guys, let's wrap it up. I got to check into my hotel and I'm exhausted.
The G Hole podcast. Plug that for me, please. The G Hole.
Bob,
Comicbob.com. Got all my stuff on it. Check out the Bobby Bigger cast and check out Silk City Hot Sauce, the new Bobby Biggs Chipotle with maple syrup flavor.
Well, that's gonna fucking take off.
It's gonna sell better than the Kevin Brennan pile of shit sauce.
Probably, but it's not gonna be selling.
You,
better.
Kevin, you know you're fucking pissed that all these other comics got hot sauces and you don't have any. I I don't care if you've never even talked about it. I know you're pissed, and I was the first, and I
I
know
could
that
get
you're
one if I
mad.
wanted one. In fact, I'm thinking about a new name called Bleeding Nips Hot Sauce.
Yeah, that'll sell. Yeah,
That's gonna be
fucking-
the
yeah,
name
you
of my
have.
show.
I'm
with
gonna
this
put I'm gonna put
stand.
maple. I'm gonna put maple and honey in there. It's gonna be delicious. I'm gonna steal your recipe. I'm gonna steal his fucking show at the stand.
You're jealous.
I
You're
get my own
jealous.
hot sauce. The guy I was the guy who started this guy with the fucking hot sauce. So
No,
you
he
think I
started
can-
with my podcast first before yours.
All right,
I was
well,
the very
whatever.
yeah.
So, but I've been go way back with the guy. I was been plugging his hot sauce. He sent me a fucking crate. I don't eat
but
a lot of hot sauce.
I got the first hot sauce.
I'm not gonna
I
be
got the first
plugging. I'm
one.
not Mexican. I'm not gonna be plugging hot sauce on the highway. So thank you.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm sure your wife has a bottle of Cholula or something that you can use. Well, yeah, you don't put hot sauce on raisin bread, you big fag.
Keep families out of this. Is that what
Yeah.
Dave Landau said?
Yeah,
Families off limits.
right.
All right, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Kevin. Roger.
No, I don't care. Speaking of Dave Lando, I looked at his. I was on some comedy club website, and he's coming to the club, and there's many tickets available.
Which club?
I don't know. I think it's Addison Improv.
How you gonna have all this beef if you don't use hot sauce? You got to put some hot sauce on this beef. SilkCityHotSauce.com. Put it in G hole.
Yeah, maybe I'll get my own brand, Burning Bridges hot sauce.
You hear that, Jeff Levine? Hit him up. All right, guys.
Burning Bridges. I'll make it
I
extra.
wouldn't.
nice.
It's probably gonna taste pretty bitter.
Whoa!
Kevin, do you have anything you want to plug?
I want to put maple in there, so it'll be sweet.
Do you want to plug anything, Kevin?
Just my, whatever, nothing really. Just my YouTube channel, which is absolutely blowing up, and my fucking my documentary that a gentleman made about me from England. The best part is that fucking accent. I mean, even when he's insulting Joe Matarese, it still comes off funny because it's so his spaghetti.
Are you trying to make fun of Italians? Where are we going with this?
it's
Don't make me.
spaghetti-
I will
it's-
fucking squirt my bloody nipples at you.
It's spaghetti mathematics. I don't know what else to plug. I'm trying to get a new t-shirt guy. My t-shirt guy kind of dropped off the radar on me, but that's all right. We'll bounce back. I always think I should be plugging something, but I can't remember. After we did the last show on Monday, I forgot I was supposed to plug something. But
Ray DeVito's YouTube. You were in a video of mine.
yeah, when's the show coming out?
Today.
All right,
Like
I'll be
it's
at
to the hotel.
Cellar-
A video.
I'll be at the cellar tonight and tomorrow, Wednesday and Thursday. So come by.
There you go. There you go. Oh, by the way, you see who Porcelain's next documentary is on? I can't wait.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's
Who?
told me. He DM'd me. Told me that I didn't want to. He said, "Chad." I said, "Chad will get a kick out of that." And I said, "But I didn't want to tell you because I don't want you to. I want you to wait for him to make the announcement." So yeah, that's
Who's it on?
The Machine.
Bert Kreischer.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Calls him a big fat liar. So I think I know where he's gonna go with it.
I think I know the angle.
With the picture of Bert with no shirt on. Bert will love it. He don't care.
Yeah.
It's not gonna hurt. It's not gonna. No pun intended. It's not gonna hurt Bert.
It's not
Hey,
gonna
there's
hurt.
another
that.
guy in your thing, Bob.
What? What are you talking about?
The
This
guy
guy
took
wa-
that guy took a long dump. Jesus Christ.
I let guys in to use the bathroom.
All right, everybody. And yeah, checked. I'm notable alumni at my high school. I guess I can't get in college because I dropped out of college before I graduated.
You should tweet that out.
Yeah, but I'm afraid that someone will fucking put Neil back in there or start fucking with the Wikipedia. So I was gonna tweet it out, but then I think people are just gonna fuck with it. I like that it's in
Good
there.
point.
Oh yeah, my birthday's coming up. So yeah, I'm almost 50, and my birthday is on Sunday. So yeah.
Happy birthday, buddy.
And yeah, Joe Exotic hates these.
Almost.
Joe Exotic hates these headphones so much. He said, if he sends me new ones, will I use them? I go, I guess.
Yeah, you do look like someone
gotta
at a
s-
drive-through.
I have you want one of these? I have a brand new one in the box.
No. Do they come
Everybody-
with-
Right up on the side.
Do they come with the hot sauce? I don't want a bigger. I want a
Yeah.
bigger, bulkier thing. I want less. Less is more.
Everybody sign up for the Patreons for Kevin's birthday. Send him PayPal.
Yeah, and let's try to get my Patreon to 1,000. I know we're probably, at the end of the month it always goes down, but then for May, let's get it up to 1,000 because
Yeah, check out my
1,000
Patreon, everybody.
people.
Patreon.com, Ray DeVito.
1,000 people.
That's great.
It's amazing.
Thanks to everyone that stuck around on Misery Loves Football. You guys aren't quitters, and I respect that.
Yeah.
We're gonna double
Enjoy,
down.
guys.
This was a good episode. Thank you so much for listening. Leave a 5-star
It's
review.
pretty good that we're still doing it. There's no football really, so
We're hanging in there, guys.
we only got to wait 4 more months till they start playing preseason.
Rack me.
Do you guys talk
Roger
Canadian
that.
football on here?
Canadian football, not
I'm-
as much.
I'm trying to wrap this
Okay.
podcast up.
I hope Coach LaFleur ends up in Canadian football where he belongs with that French accent. I almost said a bad word, Chad. I didn't, so you
All
don't
right.
edit anything out.
Thanks
right.
for having me. Bye.
God
Thanks.
bless.
God bless. Let's bring home the troops.